Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Minecraft. This time we'll be checking out a new mod. It's called Teleportation Pads. Come to think of it, we haven't actually dealt with a teleportation-related mod since the old TF2 teleporter days back at the beginning of modded survival, if any of you remember back to that. Anyway, this has a super easy, simple method of teleportation, so I thought it was worth taking a look at. Anyway, let's get started. So in order to build teleportation pads, you'll need these resources. In survival, these resources will net you 2 teleportation pads. This is the crafting recipe. And there we go. Telepads for short. They actually have a pretty neat look. So let's grab those out of the workbench and we'll go ahead and place one down right here, I guess. This will be home base. So tells us to name our telepad. Let's call it home base, and we press enter to confirm, and check that out. It's pretty nifty. You know, it has like sort of an end portal looking dealio in it. I don't know if that's the actual end portal texture, but then I don't know. It's just I think it looks quite nice. You got some nice little particles going around and stuff. Anyway, so in order to teleport, obviously we're gonna need to put another one down. So let's go. I don't know. Somewhere over here, and I don't know, in this little cave over here. And we'll place down our other pad, and we'll call it, it's not really a cave, we'll call it overhang or something. Press enter again. And now you'll notice that when I placed down the first telepad, actually we were given this register is what it's called. If we right click it, it'll just bring up a little bit of dialogue in our text area. So 1, teleporting, stand on the pad and wait 3 to 5 seconds. 2, removing telepads. Right click the register on the telepad. So say if we want to remove this one, we can actually just right click it with the registry in hand and it'll just instantly destroy it and give it back to us. Let's place it down again because we do want to have this one here. Overhang. And let's actually teleport, I figure. So let's stand on it for a few seconds. Super crazy noise and particles, and all of a sudden the menu pops up and it lets us choose where we want to go. So home base is the only other location we have set up. So let's click it and boom, we're at home base. And it'll drop us like a couple blocks away from the other telepad so that we don't start teleporting once again. Anyway, let's go back into the registry. There's some info about if you're using this in SMP, and I believe that's what the remainder of the dialogue is about. So yes, this does work. There is a server version of it if you care to install that and play with your friends and stuff like that. So anyway, you may be wondering, is there interdimensional teleporting? And the answer to that is yes. And that is something I don't think was possible with like the TF2 teleporter mod. So another thing to note is that these telepads are not linked like one-to-one. So as opposed to, again, I'll keep referencing the TF2 teleporters. As opposed to that, it's not like these are on the same frequency and you can only teleport from one telepad to the other one on the same frequency. You can actually get to any location from any telepad. So let's call this one Nether. Defaults to hell when you put one down in the Nether. The default name is whatever biome you're in. Anyway, we'll go ahead and stand on this one. And then you'll notice, once the menu pops up, it gives us the option to teleport to any of the others. So we can teleport to either home base or overhang, or of course we can just X out with clicking current location or the X. So let's go back to home base. And boom, interdimensional teleporting. Pretty nifty, huh? I didn't actually know that it was possible to go through other dimensions without being actually going through the portal. So you'll learn something new every day, I guess. Pretty nifty. So again, you can place down as many of these as you want, and you can get to any of them with from one of them. So pretty cool. And again, if you actually remove one with the by right-clicking with the registry, then if we go over and stand on this one, you'll notice our home base telepad is no longer there. So here we go. Bring up the menu, and now we only have the Nether location as our other option. So yeah, there we go. I know a lot of people are probably going to ask, hey, you should use this in Hexit. I don't know if it's compatible. This is for 1.6.4. Hexit is back in 1.5. I think I'll check the compatibility, but I'm not super optimistic. I don't even know if there's a 1.5 version for telepads, but I'll look into it, and we'll see, because it definitely would be useful. So anyway, that's about it. If you've enjoyed, a rating would be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, dudes, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.